household to keep to be happy.
That's what we're supposed to do, but not to the point where you become that servant. Like a lot of situations you see where Jake end up in jail, they doing shit so they can please women, man. Whether it be they out there robbing, they out there scamming, they out there gang banging. It's all to please a woman at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's chapter 2. Well, I'll continue. It says,
you got a lot of men that'll be they'll be crash dummies for a woman. You got those type of men that'll they'll just be ready to crash out. Like she could be the one that's in the wrong, she's at fault and she's causing a situation, but because that man is tied with that woman, now he's dragged into that situation. She don't even think about how detrimental they can be, because when a man goes at it with another man, there's a possibility that the man can sacrifice his life.
Yep.
The man can potentially die over you. She don't ever think about that. And a lot of these women, they really look at their men like that. Like you're just that disposable. You're supposed to just throw on a cake whenever her feelings is hurt. If her feelings is hurt, that means that somebody blood got to spill in her eyes.
It don't even matter about right or wrong.
This is my job. They told me that her current husband and her child's father, her son's father, shot at each other, and she laughed about it.
you gotta be a dummy.
I don't know none of them.
You gotta be a dummy to put yourself in that situation. You know? You gotta be a dummy to deal with that kind of woman. All right, that brings all that baggage.
I knew it was a dude at my job, right? He got with this chick from Chicago. She was a straight up masculine gangsta ass bitch, right? Like she was good looking. She Judah. She was good looking, but I already knew off top. I was like, yeah, he about to have real fucking trouble. And in the beginning, it seemed like everything was kind of all right. You know, he working a job, but he also he selling weed on the side and shit. So she liked that hustle mentality that he has, and she was attracted to that. But months down the line into their relationship, she cussing this nigga out. She threatening him, and he coming to me telling me like, man, what should I do? I'm like, I don't know why you coming to talk to me. You should have seen. You should have saw the flags from the beginning. This chick is masculine as hell. She come from that environment. Like, what did you think was gonna happen, bro?
Desire her not for pleasure.
Desire her not for pleasure, man. Yeah.
Ecclesiastes 7:26. Anybody bring that up? Nope.
Nope.
Yeah. That's good. I'm gonna start at 25. Yeah. I apply my heart to know and to search and to seek out wisdom and the reason of things, and to know the wickedness of folly, even of foolishness and madness. And I find more bitter than death the woman, whose heart is snares and nets, and her band and her hands as bands.
I mean, what? Her mind is always to put you in some type of trap. You know, get you trapped up. You know, whether she trapped you with a child, whether she trying to trap you so that she can get something out of you, or to take your manhood, take your respect from you. You would never know with some of these women out here, man. Like the dude I'm talking about, from my, well, he no longer work at the job, but he was once working there. But he was dumb enough to move her in with him. He moved her in with him. And let's just say, she tried to take control in his shit. She was very, what's the word? She was very contentious. Mm-hmm. They would be out and about, and she'll think that some dude is looking at her wrong, and she would expect him to go over there and check him. expecting him to basically crash out and protect her honor, so to speak. I don't like the way he's looking at me. You're not gonna say nothing? You're not gonna do nothing about it? And then she'll go over and confront the dude. And the dude is like, hey man, this your chick? Hey man, So he's getting embarrassed and everything falling on him. Because his woman is out of pocket and he don't. Yeah.
She said she's from Chicago. Yeah. It's women all over the Midwest, they real aggressive, bro. So I'm sure she's probably been in those situations before.
For sure. If you don't fight that nigga, I'm gonna go fight him. And if you don't fight him, then I'll have no respect for you.
Right.
But whoso pleases Yahweh shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her. And that's that nigga that's your job.
Yep.
He's a sinner, man. That's why the Lord parted him up with the fucking demon, man.
Last I heard, she ended up going back to Chicago, and he ended up, I don't know what the hell he ended up doing, but they're no longer together. So I guess he finally had the balls to be like, hey man, you gotta go. But you can see just the building from the beginning to the breaking point. She gave that thing a pure hell, man. She was giving him pure hell. And I told him from the get-go, I was like, watch what happens. That is not a chick, no. Like, he didn't want to listen to me at first. Then after the end, he's like, man, I should have listened to you. No shit. And usually, because that's Jake in the world, like, I'd rather give advice to brothers, you know what I'm saying, that might be going through certain shit. I never thought I had to talk to a nigga at the job, you know what I'm saying? But he was cool. Because he lived not too far from me, so I would, pick him up, take him to the crib from work and shit. I was giving him rides because his whip was all messed up. But he was always constantly talking to me about the issues he was having with her, and I was just driving and laughing my ass off.
You got all the answers.
Yeah, I'm just laughing.
That's the wisdom of the word, man.
You know what I mean? Because it almost seemed like I'm like his elder or something.
It's counsel.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
You said it was an older man?
He was like around he was a little younger than me. But I felt like I was like his elder, bro.
And here's the thing, that's supposed to be a part of our culture, of our people. We're supposed to be passing down jewels. Start with your father, your uncles, that's supposed to be set up there, your brothers, all that's supposed to be set up there.
And that same chick, because they both worked on it at the job together. Bro, that's how you know where his mind is at. He's still wet behind the ears and shit, man. But she with her masculine energy, she noticed how I carried myself. And even though she'll look at dudes, like look in their face and look like she can damn near whoop me. She didn't look that way towards me. She came with a certain respect when she talked to me, you know. And it's like a aura that we possess being in this truth, man. They know that there's something different. I wasn't gonna tolerate none of that shit, man. I don't give a fuck, bro. The dudes are scared of you and they attracted to you at the same time, so you could just.
Made me think about Baby D.
Yeah. That's what they used to, man. Now with us. But Salakia, bro, I know you was still where you was at. We'll get to it.
Two more verses. Verse 27. Behold, this have I found, said the preacher, counting one by one to find out the account, which yet my soul seeketh, but I find not. One man among 1,000 have I found, but a woman among all those have I not found.
And the reason the brother, even in a lesson like this, it's the experience that we're trying to pass down to break the stronghold. And the apostle did it for us. They broke the stronghold and said, hey man, stop worshiping these women. Break out of that shit. Curl up your loins and show yourself men. Be a man. Be manly. You don't need a woman to to validate you as a man. That's not what validates you. The Most High is who validates you out of whether you're righteous or not. You know, that's how he validates you. If you're righteous.
Right. And you simps, you niggas that have that clear heaven mindset, they don't respect that, man.
No. They conquered you already.
They like the feeling of getting the what's the word I'm looking for? I mean, women, they like validation.
They like the attention.
They like the attention from that shit. But really, they don't respect that. They actually more respect when a man is really standing on his shit, man.
Yeah. Because they don't get that.
Huh.
It's not prevalent in this society.
It's rare. It's rare to them. They respect that, man. Okay?
We fulfilling the role, and a lot of these women, we fulfill the role that their daddy didn't fulfill.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, whether they was in their life and they was weak or they didn't grow up with a daddy. A lot of times, and most times, there's gonna be some pushback because they're not used to it. It's foreign to them. But when they start to become obedient up to it, they're more happier than ever. More subtle. And there's still that demon that'll hop on them with their emotions, that'll have that tug of war, and then it'll take them over every once in a while. But this is what do you expect? It to be perfect on this side? Fuck out of here.
No, you're gonna have trouble in the flesh either way.
So this brother got the next. Yep, you got it.
Alright, second 1 Corinthians 7:25. Now regarding your questions about the young women who are not yet married, I do not have a commandment from the Lord for them, but the Lord in his mercy has given me that can be trusted, and I will share it with you. Because of the present crisis, I think it is best to remain as you are. If you have a wife, do not seek to end the marriage.
It says that bound unto a wife, seek not to be loose. Loose from a wife, seek not a wife.
Yeah, but she gotta be submissive to you though.
Yeah.
You can't be one of these so-called wives in here from America, American wives.
And that's why what you read goes perfectly right before it, because it said, he who pleases the Lord shall escape from her. So if she's helping you, like it said in that chapter, if she's helping you, don't seek to be away from her. If she's pleased to dwell with you, what it says in KJV. You gotta go.
27. If you have a wife, do not seek to end the marriage. If you do not have a wife, do not seek to get married. But if you do get married, it is not a sin. If a young woman gets married, it is not a sin. However, those who get married at this time will have trouble. And I am trying to spare you with those problems.
Hey, they had the same problem back then in the Roman Empire. Women back then they were hell too.
Good for that. 29. But let me say this, dear brothers and sisters, the time that remains is very short. So from now on, those with wives should not focus only on their marriage. Those who weep or who are rejoiced or who buy things should not be absorbed by their weeping or their joy or their possessions. Those who use the things of the world should not become attached to them. Should not become attached. Yeah.
What we've been saying the whole time, from Micah too. Depart from, what did I tell Micah too? Depart, rise up and depart.
This is not your rest.
This is not your rest. It will
It's polluted, it will destroy you, it is for destruction.
Okay. So the message ain't changing.
For this world, as we know it, will soon pass away. I want you to be free from the concerns of this life. An unmarried man can spend his time doing the Lord's work and thinking how to please Him. But a married man has to think about his earthly responsibilities and how to please his wife. His interests are divided. In the same way, a woman who is no longer married or has never been married can be devoted to the Lord and